nichts ein, deshalb muss ich Sprachliche Notes. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopijana Vallabha Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopijana Yashodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Nana Prajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Atira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopijana Vallabha Yashodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Nana Prajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Natira Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Chila Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Chila Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Om Vishnupat Paramahamsa Pravakacharya Astota Satsi Srimad Ese Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Mayapur Dham Ki, Ganga Maya Ki, Tulasi Devi Ki, Bhakti Devi Ki, Harinam Sankirtan Ki, Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam Ki. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Devaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devam Sarasvatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nastapresha Patreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Naishtiki Tada Rajastamo Bhava Kamalopadayaschaye Chetaye Tayanavidam Stitam Sattvam Prasidati Evam prasana manaso bhagavat bhakti yogataha bhagavat tattva vijnanam mukta sangasya jayate vidyate hridayakantas chityante savasamsaya chiyante chasya kamani trishta eva atmanishvare Dhamma Pujitakaita Votra Paramunimat Saranam Satam Vedyam Vastavamatra Vastu Shivatam Tapatrayon Mulanam Shimad Bhagavatam Mahamuni Kritekim Vapara Ishvaraha Sadhyo Hridyavarudhyate Atra Katibi Shushru Shurubhistat Kshanat Nigama Kalpataro Kalitam Palam Shukamukat Amritam Dravasamyutam Bibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muaho Rasika Bhuvi Pavuka Nigama Kalpataro Kalitam Palam Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam Amalam Yad Vaishnavanam Priyam Yasmin Paramahamsyam Ekamamalam Jnanam Param Giyate Tatra Jnana Viraga Bhakti Sahitam Naishkamyam Avishkatam Takshranvan Supatan Vicharano Bhaktya Vimuchyannaraha Anato Pashamam Sakshat Bhakti Yogam Adokshaje Lokasya Janato Vidvams Chakre Sattvata Samhitam Yasyam Vaishruyamanayam Krishne Paramapurushe Bhakti Utpatyate Pumsa Shoka Moha Bhayapaha. So we're reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam. Das sind alles Gebete zum Bhagavatam.
Ich habe die noch nicht gehört, ich habe keine Ahnung, was das ist.
Ah ja. Zweiter Vers und dann der andere ist ein schöner, der Yasyam Vaishruyamanayam. Wenn man einfach diesem Bhagavatam oder den vedischen Klängen lauscht, dann Krishna Paramapurushe, der ewige Herr Krishna wird im Herzen etabliert und Bhakti Utpatyate Pumsa, Liebe zu ihm entwickelt sich. Das war einer davon. Amalam, ja, das ist auch ein wichtiger Vers. Der Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam Amalam. Dieses Bhagavatam ist Amalam Puranam. Yeah, completely pure. So we are reading from the Canto 5, Chapter 4. Oh, this is a different verse. Okay. I was told 553. Yes. Ah, okay, so that is not correct, you know. So we are reading from the Canto number 5, Chapter number 5, Lord Rishabdev's teachings. And we are text number 3. Yeva maishe krita sauratarta Janeshu deham bhagavatikesu Griheshu jayatmajarati matsu Na priti yukta yavadatas chaloke Yeva maishe krita sauradarta Janeshu deham bhagavatikesu Griheshu jayatmajarati matsu Na priti yukta yavadatas chaloke Yeva maishe krita sauratata Janeshu deham bhagavatikesu Griheshu jayatmajarati matsu Na priti yukta yavadatas chaloke Yukta yavadatas chaloke Yeva maishe krita sauratata Janeshu deham bhagavatikesu.
Griheshu chayatmacharati matsu.
Griheshu chayatmacharati matsu.
Na priti yukta yavatataschaluke.
Na priti yukta yavatatascha loke.
Yeva maishe krita sauridata.
Yeva maishe krita sauradata. Janeshu deham bhagavatikesu.
Griheshu chayatmacharati matsu.
Griheshu jayatmacharati matsu.
Priti yukta yavadartaschaluke.
Yat priti yukta yavatatascha loke. You want to try? You can try.
Yeah, nobody else here anyway.
Eva maishe krita sauvatata. Janeshu deham bhagavatikesu.
Griheshu
Jayatmacharati matsu. Na priti yukta yavatatascha loke. Ye. Oh, willst du noch probieren?
Go singing.
Yeva maishe krita sauvatata. Janeshu deham bhagavatikesu. Griheshu jayatmacharati matsu. Na priti yukta yavatatascha loke. Ye. Those who. Va. Or. Mai. Unto me. Ishe. The Supreme Personality of Godhead. Grita. Saurada. Artaha. Very eager to develop love. In relationship of Dasya Sakya Vatsalya Madhurya. Janeshu, to people. Dehambara Vatikeshu, who are interested only in maintaining the body. Not in spiritual salvation. Griheshu, to the home. Jaya, wife. Atmaja, children. Rati, wealth or friends. Matsu, consisting of. Na, not. Pritiyuktaha, very attached. Yavat artaha, who live by collecting only as much as required. Cha, and. Loke, in the material world. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki. Those who are interested in reviving Krishna consciousness and increasing their love of Godhead do not like to do anything that is not related to Krishna. They are not interested in mingling with people who are busy maintaining their bodies, eating, sleeping, mating, and offending. They are not attached to their homes, although they may be householders, nor are they attached to the wives, children, friends, or wealth. At the same time, they are not indifferent to the execution of their duties. Such people are interested in collecting only enough money to keep the body and soul together. Purport. Whether he is an impersonalist or a devotee, one who is actually interested in advancing spiritually should not mingle with those who are simply interested in maintaining the body by means of the so-called advancement of civilization. Those who are interested in spiritual life should not be attached to homely comforts in the company of wife, children, friends, and so forth. Even if one is a grihasta, one has to earn his livelihood. He should be satisfied by collecting only enough money to maintain body and soul together. One should not have more than that, nor less than that. As indicated herein, a householder should endeavor to earn money for the execution of Bhakti Yoga, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Ajanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. A householder should lead such a life that he gets full opportunity to hear and chant. He should worship the deity at home, observe festivals, invite friends, and give them prasad. A householder should earn money for this purpose and not for sense gratification. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manopistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamayam Tadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yudapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagajatam Sagana Ragunatam Tam Sajivam Satvetam Savadutam Parajana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shivashakan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sutta Devi Panamami Hari Piye Vancha Kalpatarupyascha Kripa Sindhu Paevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Yeva Maishe Kritasaurata Janeshu Deham Bhagavatikeshu Griheshu Jayatmajarati Matsu Na Priti Yukta Yavatatas Chaloke. Those who are interested in reviving Krishna consciousness and increasing their love of God do not like to do anything that is not related to Krishna. They are not interested in mingling with people who are busy maintaining their bodies, eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. They are not attached to their homes, although they may be householders, nor are they attached to the wives, children, friends, or wealth. At the same time, they are not indifferent to the execution of their duties. Such people are interested in collecting only enough money to keep the body and soul together. So here this verse is actually explaining the position of the previous verse. Who are these persons? Like the pronoun here in this verse is ye. And ye indicates those people who were spoken in the last verse. So these two verses are connected. So in the last verse it was explained that Mahatsevam Dvaram Ahu Vimukte, that there are two different doors. One door is going up and one door is going down. Mahatsevam Dvaram Ahu Vimukte. Dvaram means door. Dvaram Vimukte. mukti, not only mukti, but vimukti, complete liberation. One door is leading to complete liberation. And tamodvaram yoshitam sangi sangam, another door is leading down in the lower regions of this universe. Adho gajanti tamasa, when we are entering tamagun, then we are going down in this universe. So Rishabdev, he is actually advising his sons because he wants that his sons will perform a nice life and they can go to Krishna. So tamodvaram yoshitam sangi sangam, when we enter the door to Tamagun, then Krishna also explains in Bhagavad Gita that drividam narakasyedam dvaram nashanam atmana. This one door leads again to 3 doors. And Krishna says, these are kama grodas tatalobas. So here in this previous verse, Rishabdev says, when we enjoy with the opposite sex, yoshitam, then this leads to the door which goes to Tamagun. If we associate for the Krishna conscious, like in a Krishna conscious family, then it is different. But when we enjoy only for sense gratification, then this kind of door leads to Kama, Grodha and Lobha. And these 3 doors, Krishna says, Narakam, they lead to hell. And on the opposite, Rishabdev explains that Mahat Sevam Dvara Mahimukte. If we perform seva to the Mahatmas, this will open the door to liberation. If we are in the association of the Mahatmas, if we get their blessing, then their Ashirvadam, then automatically the door of liberation will open. This is the power of association. And now, actually, in this today's verse, Rishabdev, he wants to make sure that his sons understand what is the meaning of a Mahatma. So this verse, actually, today, it explains the meaning of a Mahatma. And Rishabdev is very careful not to say that only the sannyasis or brahmacharis could be Mahatmas. No, he takes directly the meaning and gives it that the grihastas could also be Mahatmas. So because he doesn't want that his sons will lose the opportunity to associate with Mahatmas. So he explains here that Yeva Maishe Grata Sauradata. This is the first Lakshanam. Siddha Swami says in his commentary to the Bhagavatam that Yeva Maishe Grata Sauradata. This verse, Mai and Ishe, this is done in Saptami Vibhakti, means in. We have to place an in before, means Mai in me, or Ishe in the Lord. Grita Sauradata, they place their love or their friendship, Saurada means friendship, or they develop or put their love into the Supreme Lord. This is the first Lakshanam of the Mahatmas, that Britti, their love goes to the Supreme Lord. They love the Supreme Lord. And they want, as Prabhupada explains, they want to have a relationship in 4 different ways. I think here it was. Where it was? You saw it? Yes. I don't find it now. In the end?
Yeah, after the shloka.
In the end of the shloka.
No, I mean, end of the shloka.
I know, I'm blackout. You can find it in. Yeah, but mainly the point here is that Yeva Maishe Krata Sauratata, they want to place their love in the Supreme Lord. That is the first Lakshanam. And that is their Purushata, means the human life, the people in this world, they have 4 Purushatas. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Like they want to lead a religious life, and then they expect that they can earn sense gratification by getting wealth. And finally, if they are not satisfied with this kind of life, they want moksha. But the Mahatmas are completely different. They are not going for this Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Therefore, Srimad Bhagavatam is meant for the Mahatmas. Dharma prochita kaitavo atra paramo nimatsaranam satam. Srimad Bhagavatam kicks out whatever is Kuta Dharma, cheating religion for the soul. Because the soul doesn't need Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. It only needs loving service to the Lord. And that is the Purushata of the Mahatmas. That is the goal of the Mahatmas. In their life, they want to develop a loving relationship with the Supreme Lord. That is their Purushata, Purusha Artha, their goal in life. So that is the first Lakshanam, the first symptom of the Mahatmas. That is Rishabdev explaining to his sons that the first symptom of a Mahatma is that he will have love for the Supreme Lord. He will place his love in the Supreme Lord. Janeshu diham bhagavartikeshu. The second line says that Janeshu means the general populace. Here again, Saptami is used. It means Janeshu, in the general populace, Dehambaravartikeshu. Dehambaravartikeshu means the people of this world, they are busy engaged in maintaining the deha, the body. Bara means to maintain, In the Srimad Bhagavatam also Shukadev Goswami says, Nidraya hiryate naktam vyavayena chavayaha diva chate hayarachan kutumba bharanirava. That materialistic people who are only maintaining the body, they have 4 activities in life. That nirate, at night they are sleeping, or they have vya, they have sex life. And diva chate hayarachan, at the daytime they are engaged in working for money, and they want to maintain the families with that kind of money. And today's civilization is completely shifted, Prabhupada says, or geared towards that kind of goal. Like when a child goes to the school, the only thing it is taught in the school that it should study very hard. And the prayojan, the goal of the study is that the child actually can become very successful, can get a good job. And with that good job, it can work. And with that work, it can earn money. And with that money, it will be happy. That is what today's civilization is teaching in the school. And therefore, Prabhupada said that the modern schools, they are like slaughterhouses, because they kill this desire to know the Lord. Previously, we know that the universities, they were actually meant, if someone entered university, it was meant to find God. So this is not in today's society. Like there is a, like a joke, that what is the biggest sect in the world,
University.
No. Everyone is busy reading. The biggest sect is the consumer sect. And the consumer sect has also a philosophy. And the philosophy is work, consume and die. First you are told that like a hamster, you have to work very hard. Because, the hamster, he's running in this wheel, and the wheel is connected to the light. So when the hamster stops running, the light will also turn off. So in a similar way, today's civilization, it needs that the people work very hard to maintain this whole civilization. So this idea is placed upon the youth already, that they have to work very hard, Dehambaravartikeshu, this is what this verse says, that general people, they are only engaged in maintaining the body and maintaining in getting a house and getting so many things in this world. But they are not busy engaged in placing the love, in developing a loving relationship with the Supreme Lord. So this is what Rishabdev says, that the Mahatmas, they are not so busy with maintaining the body. And they, as Prabhupada also explains in the translation, they are also not attached to these kind of people. Here it is said, Griheshu Jayatmaja Ratimatsu. They don't have any Britti Yukta. Britti Yukta means attachment, They are not so much attached to all these things. And Yavat Atas Chaloke, they are always engaged and they take whatever their requirements they get easily, Yavat Artaha. Yavat Artaha means whatever Artaha is coming, whatever, economic things are coming, they take, but they don't endeavor for more. This is what this verse also says. We know that Atyahara Prayasascha, if we want more in this world, we automatically prayasaha, we have to do more endeavor. And if we endeavor more, automatically we have no time for Krishna consciousness. So this is the problem. But the Mahatmas, they are different. They are just taking whatever is needed, and in their spare time they completely dedicate themselves to the Supreme Lord. So these are the lakshanas, the symptoms of a Mahatma, which Rishabdev wants that his sons would understand. And Prabhupada says this is also even for impersonalist or someone interested in advancing in spiritual life, that he has to have this kind of idea, that I need to just maintain the body and have enough time for spiritual life. Because it is very easy that we become entangled in so many other things, As soon as there's atyahara, this desire to have more, automatically we have to work more, and that moment we are captured by Maya. And unfortunately, today's society, people are completely trained from the beginning of life to think in this way that I have to work very hard like a donkey. And Prabhupada, in the beginning of this verse, or Rishabdev, the first shloka is actually a very, very important shloka, and Prabhupada many times quoted it, that Nayam deho deha bhajan loke kastan kamanaha tevet pujamye. He says to his sons, don't work so hard, Don't work so hard for materialistic things. He says, kastan kamanaha tevet pujamye. Tapo devyam putpakena sattvam. You should perform austerity, he says to his son. But not any kind of austerity. He says, divya, transcendental austerity. That kind of austerity is meant to purify the heart, and it is meant that we come closer to Krishna. So this is what Rishabdev is advising. We should not work so hard simply for material things. Prahlad Maharaj also says that tat prayaso nakadavyo yata ayu vaya param nadata vindate kemam mukunda charanam bhujam. That tat prayaso nakadavyo, you should not simply endeavor for this materialistic things. Na vindate kemam, you will not gain the goal of life, he says. Ayu vaya param, he says, you will simply waste your life, your time actually. So this is in today's society, like there was a child, and the mother said to the child, my dear child, eat your bread. And the child asked the mother, why I should eat my bread? And the mother said, so you can become very strong. And the child said, Mama, why I should become so strong? And the mother said, so you can work very hard. And the child said, Mama, why I should work so hard? And then the mother said, so you can earn more money. And then the child said, why I should have so much money? And the mother said, so you can buy more bread. And the child said, I don't want any bread. So we are influenced by today's society to work for something which is actually not needed for the soul. The Atma doesn't need any economic development. The Atma doesn't need any car or house. It simply needs the loving relationship of the Lord. But today's society, we are brainwashed from the very beginning that we have to work for economic development. The whole society is shifted towards sense gratification because the people in this Kali Yuga, they are in Rajagun and Tamagun. Previously, the people were in Sattvagun, and the goal of life was knowledge. The goal of life was to attain the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. And that is the advice of Rishabdev here. He is advising his sons that don't be like the general people who are only working for something which be taken away from them at the time of death. The Bhakti Bhushan Swami, he told one story. It's a real story. In Germany, I don't know how here in Switzerland, but we have this Sparkasse, or previously we had the Sparkasse, and every child was given this pig, this small pig. And you put the money, the parents will say, you put the money there. My parents also said, you have to put the money for future, So if you have any spare money, you put it in the pig, and at the end of the week, it goes to the bank.
Yes,
Yeah. Same system here. So this man was doing this whole life, He was the best customer of the bank. He was always, every week, he put all his money, all his spare money in the bank. And his life passed, and he was getting older. The hairs were gray, and the teeth were starting to fall out. And then he thinks, what about my money? If I die, I cannot use it. Then he thinks, okay, I will go to the bank, and I will get my money, And then I will enjoy for some time. So he went to the bank, and he asked the bank manager for the money. And the bank manager looked at the computer. He looked at the man, he looked at the computer, and he said, we have a problem here, he said. And then he said, your whole life, you have put the money in the wrong account. So there's no money. And this man actually, he got a heart attack and died. So this is our life. We are putting our money in the wrong bank account, We are putting it in the materialistic bank account. But this bank account, it will leave us at the time of death. We should actually put it in the bank account of Krishna. That means we should do our work and develop a loving relationship with Krishna. That is what Rishabdev is advising his sons here, that do not work so hard for materialistic things, but associate with the Mahatmas, because the Mahatmas, they actually can give you something which is beyond this world. They can give you love of God. That is with them. It's something which can be given to us. The Mahatmas, just by their association, we can become liberated from this materialistic life, vimukte. So the Mahatmas, they are always connected to the Bhagavatam, to the scriptures, and they speak about the scriptures. And when we do the seva of listening attentively, then this kind of message, it is said, Tatvak Vishago Janataga Viplavo, it enters the ear and goes inside the heart, and Viplavaha means it creates a revolution in the heart. It changes our perception. Ye banti bibanti ye bhagavatam atmana sutam punanti te vishaya vidushitasayam. This conception that I will get happiness by sense gratification will be removed by the message of the Bhagavatam. Because Dharma Prochita Kaitava, the Bhagavatam kicks out whatever is not good for the soul. It kicks out this desire for economic development, this desire for even for Dharma, Artha, Karma and Moksha. And it establishes Bhakti Yoga Bhagavati. It establishes the Bhakti Yoga, the principle of Bhakti to the Supreme Lord. So this is actually the only way, because if we don't develop this love of God, Maya will again and again knock on our door, and we have no power to actually overcome Maya unless we have developed some love for Krishna. And that love, it needs to be developed in the association of the Mahatmas. And that's why Rishabdev says to his son, who are the Mahatmas here in this verse today? He wants to make sure that his sons completely understand who are Mahatmas, and so they can get the association of these Mahatmas and become liberated. So the Mahatmas, they speak of the Bhagavatam, and they establish that the Supreme Lord Krishna is the object of love. Like in this material world, the living entities, they always have a desire to love someone, They want to be loved and they want to love someone. But unfortunately, they always place their love in the wrong people, and they become broken-hearted, many times. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapatyante. After so many lifetimes, after so many broken hearts, so many times the heart has been broken, finally, jnanavan mam prapatyante. They come to the understanding that this is not helping me. Only if I place my love unto the Supreme Lord, then it will be good, They come to this understanding. And that is the Mahatmas. The Mahatmas understand this point very much. So, by the association of those kind of Mahatmas, we can understand who is the Supreme Lord. And Krishna, he is actually the one who can attract us the most. Because he has 4 extra qualities, This is called Prema Madhuri, Rupa Madhuri, Venu Madhuri, and Lila Madhuri. Prema Madhuri means he is the most loving person. Sanatana Goswami, he says, he speaks to his...
You have 1 minute more.
1 minute, okay. Okay, then only this verse of Sanatana Goswami.
That's what I'm asking, why is Mangalacharya so long? You will have stupid not from your everybody.
But it's very important. Okay, we read 1 verse. This is Sanatana Goswami. 20 Verse, ja. Ich habe noch 1 Minute. So Krishna says to Sanatana Goswami, his best friend, he says, Krishnera Madhura Rupa Shuna Sanatana Ye Rupa Ekana Dubaya Sapa Sava Prani Kare Akashani Sava Prani Karyakashani. He says, my dear Sanatan, the sweet, attractive, transcendental form of Krishna is so nice. Just try to understand it. Even a fraction of understanding of Krishna's beauty can merge all the 3 worlds in the ocean of love. He attracts all living entities within the three worlds. So this is actually said that his beauty is so stunning that if we get even once the darshan of the Supreme Lord Krishna, we will forget all other kinds of attraction. So this is Prema Madhuri, his love, how he's acting and how he's attracting us. And then, this is the last, then I finish. It said Venu Madhuri, Venu Madhuri means his flute play, it is said when Krishna plays his flute, then everyone stands still, like the animals, they suddenly become paralyzed. Even the rivers, they stop flowing. Everything is like paralyzed, and just the sound of Krishna's flute is so sweet, And this particular flute, it has come into this world, from the spiritual world, in the form of the Mahamantra. So by listening this Mahamantra, slowly our impurities are purified, and we slowly develop again attraction for the all-attractive Krishna. It's just like this is the last point, we are like a magnet, a magnet who has a lot of dust, and because of this dust, the magnet cannot attract the iron, So when the magnet becomes purified, that moment the magnet can attract the iron. So in a similar way, Krishna is like the magnet, he attracts everyone. But we are so impure at the moment that because of this impurity, we cannot become attracted to Krishna. So our job in this material world is to purify ourselves. And therefore Krishna has given this Mahamantra. He came in the form of Lord Chaitanya, so that we have the opportunity to purify us and to listen to Krishna's playing, So this is the point that today Rishabdev, he is advising his sons that we should associate the Mahatmas. And the Mahatmas, they are always placing their love in the Supreme Lord, and they also distribute this love to others. And in this Kali Yuga particularly, they distribute the love of God to the Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
No, just the questions, like 10 minutes more. No questions. Any questions?
But classes finish at 8:30.
The speaker should stop at 8:20 and give us the chance to ask some questions. 10 minutes. If not, then we stop. Otherwise, we answer 10 minutes and then we should go and prepare for the breakfast. We had the rule that we should start to eat 8:45. Start to eat. Because we shorten the whole program in the morning that we can eat earlier and then after have time for seva or whatever you have to do.
Yeah. Thank you.
But it's very difficult. Most of the speaker knows have so big knowledge they cannot speak. But anyway, you will get the chance to speak again. No, don't worry.
Okay.
You mentioned about that before the universities was made to understand God.
Yeah.
I was wondering about this and I just checked on the internet. It actually said about this. I can a little bit read.
Okay.
It's gives the explanation to all these universities, like the University of Bologna, is in Italy.
Bologna,
Bologna. Founded in 1088 and considered as the first university in the modern sense. Initially focused on the study of canon law and the study of religion. The University of Paris, formally recognized in the 13th century, had a prominent faculty of theology and was closely associated with the church. Then Oxford University, established in the 12th century, was founded by various religious orders. And Cambridge University, founded in 1209, was also established by Christian leaders. In these early universities, theology was often considered the queen of the sciences.
Yes.
Theology, queen of the sciences. And held a prestigious position among academic disciplines. In
on God, yeah.
More or less, of course, it's already Kali
Mm.
Yuga, but still.
Yeah, but all these educated people was monks or priests. At
Yeah, and
that
after,
time. And all these schools started in monasteries, you know.
but after this they were teaching you need to separate government and church and education and everything, you need to separate.
This is called secularized.
Secular
Yeah.
government. Yeah.
Yeah,
So when is it that did that happen?
gradually it's
I think in the
like
19th century.
there's a Renaissance period, that's when they focused, as I remember, from God to the person, to the people, to the beauty of the people.
Again, I didn't get it, sorry.
And I remember this Renaissance period.
This
Okay.
Veni?
I don't know how to say it in English. Renaissance? No, in the 13th century, 13th, 14th century, with Michelangelo.
Yeah.
In
Renaissance. Renaissance, yeah. Yeah.
Renaissance. This period, as I remember, in this period, people actually shifted.
Shifted, yeah, to materialist.
The beauty of
Mm.
the people.
Yeah, that was the big shift, yeah.
And yeah, the big shift. It was like this new inspiration of this all this architecture, pictures and sculptures.
Mm.
But this was shift.
Yeah.
It was shift to the conception, sense of enjoyment actually.
Mm.
About the man, women, and so on.
Yes. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah, but then again, when you think about it, when you look at Greece, it was like the same was happening before, right?
Greece? What?
Yeah. Like, they had they gave higher based on sense gratification, you could say, maybe almost, you know.
Well, you can say the shift from the
Yeah,
religions to the
yeah, to the body, I mean, I don't know, they had their gods before, so it's a long time, I don't know so much about this whole history, but when you look at the Greek, I don't know, at the art and everything they had, you know, it was a lot of worship, but it was also a lot of sense gratification. So, yeah. And then Rome is like, you know, the Roman Empire is like